quiet.
I'm Joe Van Cleve, and these are Confessions of an Office Supply Junkie, and I'm in the field doing research right now. And I'm over at the secret headquarters of Camerodactyl Cameras with my fellow office supply junkie, Ethan Moses.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
And as it turns out, Ethan is actually working on what I would say is an office supply theme project, which is like a sealing wax stamp / signet ring. And I'm going to have Ethan explain it.
Yeah, so I'm a huge jewelry guy. No, I wanted to, I don't know, I went down the rabbit hole and I wanted to make a wax seal for my paper correspondence that was the Jewish star with the Illuminati eye in it with space lasers. And, you know, the thing is that, you know, the wax seal is small, maybe a little bit bigger than a quarter at best, and I can resin print a lot of detail, but the wax will only take so much detail. So I've been thinking about like a real graphic way to represent space lasers on a small stamp. So I don't know, we started with these. I was you know, drawing like the Jewish star and the Illuminati eye and like a little laser shooting out of a satellite, and you know, I had kind of these. I think this one is my favorite, but I don't know how it would read in a stamp. This one is, I think, sort of my stylized graphic version of, just I got rid of the satellite, but the eye is shooting the lasers. This is sort of like an idea for a ring. But yeah, so I tried to draw like a real stylized one with like thick lines. I don't know how I like the look of this.
That's cool.
I think I'm going to try another one that's more based on throwing this thing in. And the thing is, like, the print bed on the resin printer has room for a bunch of different things and it doesn't slow it down to fill the bed. So I might try printing like 3 or 4 different designs at once and seeing what, you know, stamps out correctly, and then take that head and make a ring out of it.
Show us this.
Oh yeah, so this was a test I did with just like a rubber stamp. I licked the stamp so that it would cool the hot melt glue. You know, it had ink on it, so there's this black stuff that's ink because I didn't clean the stamp. But this was you know, just a prototype stamp I was making for somebody else. It's not my design.
But this is one of these self-sealing letter envelope folds.
Yeah, I learned that in YouTube University, and like I think it's the Townsends is the YouTube channel where he goes and like talks to people about 17th and 18th century technologies, and they talked about sealing wax and how to fold a letter so that the
that's very cool.
It's medium. I haven't sent anybody a letter in years and years.
Well, you're going to have to start doing it now that you have your own.
Yeah, if I have a Jewish space laser signet ring, I think I can send some secret correspondence.
Okay, well, that's my version of my sealing wax signet ring stamp. Hopefully that'll shrink down and look pretty good. So thanks to Ethan and his inspiration, I've actually maybe have something made here today. Cool.
I made a drawing, scanned the drawing, cleaned it up in Photoshop, exported it as a JPEG, then opened it in Illustrator, traced it, exported it as an SVG. Now I'm on an internet-connected computer trying to convert it to a DXF so that I can throw it into SolidWorks and extrude the drawing as a stamp.
So like any magician, he just waves his hands and he mumbles something incomprehensible, and magically out of the workshop will appear something like this, you know, a magic signet ring that also seals envelopes, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
So the idea for my logo is I have my basic Joe with a big sweeping J, and the top part of it makes the top of the O and the E, and that is an allusion to the New Mexico Zia sun symbol, this part of it. And then, of course, the VC, my last name, and then the glasses. I don't really wear dark shaded sunglasses, but that's kind of the effect it's picking up here.
3.5 millimeters.
Okay.
Sounds like a delicious smoothie.
Oh yes, resin smoothie.
Also smells like a delicious smoothie.
Bet we don't have smell-o-vision going on here.
Yeah. This might be like a day's worth of errors, but let's see. There we go. Print. Layer 1 of 80.
All right.
So that's the first layer that it's exposing for 120 seconds.
So 120 times 80.
They'll go down to 100 seconds a layer after the first 5 layers. That's what I remember with this resin. That's why we're using this resin, because it took me a while to figure out like initial exposure times for that particular resin. And like, this is what I want to use, but I also know that the gray resin does work, and I know the exposure times for it, unless you know, the bulb has changed or who knows. It's been a while.
Very cool.
Okay, let's go make some lunch and come back in half an hour.
Okay.
Great.
Well, so we've had salad, and you've had a hot dog?
Yeah, the old hot dog salad. Good for your health.
Okay, it looks like our printing is maybe done.
Yeah.
And you're going to get some alcohol and release it?
Yeah, well, so I'm going to take them off and just get this all over my hands. Yeah, so the deal is the machine only partially cures. So you have to UV cure in the sun, which is good because we're in New Mexico. However, you want to get the gloopy galoppies off first, because if you don't, then you have no detail. So you use some rubbing alcohol. Professional's way. Okay. And I'm an idiot and got resin in the ball joint, but okay, we'll leave that like
resin
that.
In the ball joint. Yeah. The alcohol.
Yeah.
Get the rest of the liquid resin off of it.
Oh yeah, the Joe one looks great. Okay. Maybe we want to raise that a little bit more in terms of the depth.
Recess the depth, yeah.
Yeah, I'll make another version of yours that are deeper and a version of mine that are bigger.
Nice.
Also deeper.
So Ethan has readjusted the depth of the engraving on our little design in software, and now he's transferring those files to a thumb drive, and those are going to go into the resin printer, and hopefully we will have a little bit better print this next time.
One thing at a time, Joseph.
Don't be so hasty now, young man. All right, attempt number 2. Okay, here we go. We're going to test one of these initial ones out. They're rather shallow. We shall see. So keeping in mind that these are resin printed, they're not metal, so.
Oh, that's hot. Oh yeah, that works pretty okay.
That's actually pretty cool.
It could definitely be a deeper cut, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it could afford to be a little deeper, but so in case the audience didn't see this off camera, you're wetting the front side of the stamp. You get a little moisture, right, to help it release better.
And also maybe cool a little bit better.
Considering real stamps are brass and they relieve the pressure or the temperature off the wax a lot easier.
Yeah, so that one worked
not too bad.
Not too bad. I think this next batch is going to be good. Maybe while that is printing, we should design a version with a signet ring.
Oh yes. Let's do that.
Let's see. I think I'm going to do a pinky ring. I've never owned a pinky ring or
Now's your time.
any ring for that matter.
Oh, and I'm going to use saliva technique, right? Yes. Yep. It's melting very slowly.
Screen comes off. How do I...
Just tap the screen. It's not a great impression, but we'll see. See what happens here. Oh, nice. There's nothing stuck to the seal. That's good, except right on the edge. I got more of a flame going. Okay, that's just a little bit of a spread, but not too thin. There's probably a lot of wax there. Okay, let's see if I can. Oh, nice and clean. Oh, neat.
Oh, that one looks like a success.
I know.
Dang. Alright, so I designed us his and his signet rings with a Jewish space laser and a Joe Van Cleve thing. These are, some supports. I think we've confirmed that this is a good stamp over here, and this is a not good stamp. I will try and rework mine with different line widths later.
And that is what is printing right now in the resin printer. But we won't know the results for another couple hours probably. Well, this is Joe Van Cleve over at Ethan's, and we've had fun today just playing around and making these wax seals for our envelopes for mailing letters off to our fan club. And anyways, I am Joe Van Cleve. I'm an office supply junkie, and I suspect that Ethan is too.
Nah, man.
Okay.
I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
Yeah, I'm the one with the problem, not Ethan. And anyways, you guys stay creative and have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye.